Most kids have friends, you know, and they have best friends, and they hang around with them on a night time, or they'll go to the cinema with their friends and stuff like that. Jamie Nicholls' best friend when he was a youth was the Halifax ski slope.
Flawed genius in 2 words. Genius because he's so good at snowboarding, flawed because I don't understand how his brain works. He loves snowboarding and he loves it so much that that's really all he wants to do with his life. And as his dad says, it's a good job he's really good at it because he's a bit of an idiot.
Are you filming?
Am I talking to you, not the camera? Why do you have to do that? Why do you not have a proper one? You're like a proper cutter. Like, take 1. I first got into snowboarding when I was 7 years old at Halifax Ski and Snowboard Centre. The first lesson I ever had there, and I was just hooked straight away. I just constantly wanted to go there.
He used to ride here every day, and he just rode because he enjoyed it. He never rode to be a pro, he never rode to be one of the best in the world. He just rode because his friends were up here and we had fun.
I love coming up here. Like, every time I'm home, I always come up. The days when I was up here, so many good memories. Those were like the best days snowboarding I had. At like night after school.
Jamie shone out for a number of reasons. It's hard to describe or visualise, but he's got this spring. I've been involved with snowboarding quite a long time, and not every rider has this. I feel 20 years younger when I ride with him, you know, and there's something about just riding with him just makes you better.
Well, I hear the story, you know, the legendary story of when Dave came over to film with him at Halifax.
We all knew he was something special in the UK, but I think just the fact of Benedict's interest in him really kind of showed that he was something special on a global level as well.
It wasn't till I started filming for In Short with David Benedict and Boris that I ended up noticing what an impact that made on my snowboard career. As soon as that happened, everyone was like saying, oh, that's that dry slope kid when I was away trying these contests abroad. It was kind of crazy because I'd never really realised how much talent I really had. I was just snowboarding and having fun, and people were telling me, but I never was that bothered. I just wanted to enjoy myself. The Snow Centre are really good to me. I helped them out a lot, they helped me out a lot, and I came to them with a plan. I was like, right, we want to do this run. Looking good so far. Obviously we've got a lot of shaping to do from now on until we hit it. Joe Rackley, the guy with the brains who thought of this idea, he wanted to do a run that went out of the back door at the top. And this is basically where the run starts. It's well sketchy. Came all the way down the side of the building. Guys are gonna like bring wheelbarrows and fill this whole area with snow. Hitting this street rail outside the back. I'll come flying down here and I'll go off this jump, up here, onto this rail, go off the end there, into the building again. These are the boys that are making it happen, right here. With some good speed, I'll come through these doors here, and this is pretty much gonna bring us out onto the nursery slope, so. Come flying through the here. At this point, I'm gonna be like, heart going. So around this area, we'll have the second feature. Out of the bottom door. So I'm gonna come along this bit, out of this one, come out here, then we're back outside the Snow Centre again, and then I'll hit this last rail, and then I'll land, ride off, happy days. Get the landing ready, and then maybe I can hit it tonight before we shoot it properly and test the speed and stuff and make sure it's all ready, and then these boys during the night will finish all the in-between stuff. 3, 2, 1, drop! Come on, you bastard! I'm done now. It just kicked off at like 5 AM in the morning after the boys had been shaping all night really hard. The amount of effort that went into that was amazing. That was a great moment to just like do something that's not been done like that before in the UK. Drop in 3, 2, 1, drop in! And to do it and it was a success was amazing. That worked. Badass. Badass. I love it up there. In Scotland, Cairngorm Mountain, it's beautiful. The landscape is totally different to wherever you'd normally go. In Scotland, there's been a lot of snow this year, and Ewan Baxter had this idea to build a big jump and have me come up and session it, and I was like, well, let's do it. We wanted to do this for ages, and it was just so bad with the weather then. We were waiting, and then we saw this window, and we were like, right, let's go. And then the session went down, and I did tricks that I've never done on UK soil before. It felt weird doing this on UK soil because obviously I've never done it before. So it was kind of cool to like do tricks that I'd normally do when I was away in a contest, to be doing it in Scotland. It just shows that we can, in the UK, build jumps like this and have progressive sessions on them. Why not have one of the best parks in Europe in Scotland, up the Cairngorm Mountain? They've got the snow, now they've got the machines. Let's do it.
Watching him over the years progressing and getting better and better, the interest that he was getting outside of the UK, it was pretty obvious that he was going to be something special.
For me, really picked up that level of international interest on a night trip a few years ago with Jamie and Nicholas Muller. Nicholas said to me in a bar, he thought that out of all the kids on that trip, that Jamie could be the one.
You could just see his drive and where he was going to go with it, and to see Jamie do that, to focus on it, but also to enjoy it, it's great to see.
Growing up, I never really thought about being a professional snowboarder. I just wanted to explore the world and travel and enjoy snowboarding.
Here we go, Jamie Nicholls riding dry slope, jibbing on the indoor domes. A half cab, 5-0, Jamie Nicholls backs that one off. Oh! Yes! The young kid from dry ski slope is in the final. Jamie Nicholls just won!
Makes you want to go to another contest and just do the same again, because that feeling of being on the podium and with your friends.
First place! First place! From Halifax, so from the north of England, Jamie Nicholls.
I've heard an idea that the kid who gets good is the kid who's done 10,000 hours by the time they turn 18. And I sat down with Jamie at 17 and worked out that he'd done his 10,000 hours by the time he was 12. So, yeah, he's put the time in.
This season that's just gone has obviously been a crazy one. Before the season even started in November, I learned a triple cork, one of the tricks that you kind of need to have now in a slopestyle run to get anywhere close to the podium. And it was crazy because I was like, the Olympics is coming up obviously, and I was like, right, now I need to qualify.
The Olympics was a very emotional time. 3 British people in the finals of the Olympics, and then to see him on the biggest stage in the world, that was just amazing. It was just great to see.
Still, for us to get a 6th place in a discipline is also a good one. I'm happy that he did as well as he did. Jamie's success at the Olympics has brought snowboarding to a whole load of kids and people that would never have seen it otherwise. He's really made the most of it for himself and for Britain's representation in snow sports.
If you're hitting a jump in a park, and I've been doing it all my life, I'm used to it. But when you go and hit a jump into powder, you have to change the whole way. You have to change everything about your riding. Like, you don't have a lift, you've got to hike everything.
I think all he needs really is the opportunity to go and move those tricks into the backcountry. And I look forward to seeing it because I think he's got the talent to pull that off.
It's definitely hard, and I found it hard work. And there's Beckner, I don't know how old, and he's just like, yeah, this is like normal day.
I think what would be a good choice is down here in Hoogvugen.
It's proper sketchy. I thought I was fit. He's just the mountain man. He's like Crocodile Dundee of the Zillertal. There's a lot to learn. There's places where you shouldn't hike, the sun's been on it all day, so it's prone to avalanches, and you wear this protective gear like avalanche transceivers. Set off hiking, obviously really good, felt amazing. I was doing something different that I've not done before with one of the best guys in Austria to do it with.
Into the backcountry we go.
Everything that I did when I rode powder, I ever had to like split board to get there. So every try, you want to make the first try really count, because you have to hike up there again, and the more you hike, the more tired you get, so it's just a constant battle of trying to keep alive and trying to land tricks. It's just a whole different level of snowboarding.
Puts everything that he's got into it all the time because he loves it.
It's kind of proof that you can come from an island nation without proper big mountains, and you can succeed on a world level. And I think that, for the future of British snowboarding, is amazing.
What motivates me the most to keep progressing is that other people are out there progressing too. In the future, I don't want to stay completely focused on the contest circuit. I want to try and do stuff a little bit differently. My aim is to just progress and push rail riding, and also try and mix in some powder as well. Definitely want to have the combination of backcountry jumps and street rails.
There will become a time when he'll start pushing it in the backcountry. He'll be doing new things. I think he'll take a lot of the skate, rail-inspired tricks that he's learnt, and he will push them into the backcountry. He's going to find and see stuff that no one else has ever seen.